Hi guys, welcome back to today's video. So in today's video, we're going to look at adding an app icon into our app. So you might not have noticed, or you might be new to the channel, but when I launched, I basically dropped 2 free courses like a mixtape, where I basically showed you how to build football chants in SwiftUI and UIKit. So what we're going to do is we're going to put an app icon into this app now. And if you are someone who's working on a SwiftUI project or a UIKit project, you can follow along as well. And hopefully you'll learn some tips and tricks as well. So as usual, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also as well, hit the little bell button so you get notified whenever I release a new video, because I'm trying to get that McDonald's money. And as usual, let's jump straight into the project. So basically, when you look at app icons, we're not actually going to go into the core details of how to design an app icon, because I'm not going to lie, I'm not an app icon designer. But app icons are really important. So the thing is with app icons is they basically help us convey the message of what our app is and what it does. And also as well, it's basically the first time that you can basically get someone's impression and basically capture their attention. So when you are designing app icons, or if you're someone who's struggling for inspiration, probably the best things to do is to basically list and write down what the purpose of your app is using some keywords, and then basically going on sites such as Dribbble, and there's another good site called Muzli as well, to basically get inspiration and see what other people are doing, sketch out a load of icons, ask the community what they think, and then basically go from there. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to use Sketch to basically create our app icon for Football Chants, and then what we're going to do is we're then basically export it and then go from there. Now, if you're someone who doesn't have Sketch, you can use something as simple as Paint, or alternatively you can use something like GIMP, whatever you prefer. This is just basically going to show you how to basically use the exported image and how to put this into Xcode for a set of app icons. So let's jump into Xcode, and also let's look at Sketch first. So as you can tell, just by looking at this straight away, if you're a designer, you're probably wondering what is going on with this brother. But like I said before, I'm not a designer. I do design, but I mainly develop. So as you can see here, I've created an app icon for Football Chants. Pretty simple. I just basically gave it a green background, and I just got this icon from a site called FlatIcon.com. So it's a great place to get icons for your apps, websites, anything that you need. So when you have your app icon, or when you get it supplied to you from a designer, or if you are a designer, you basically want to make sure that the app icon is the biggest size that it could possibly be. Now, the size that I would recommend is to just do it 2000 by 2000 pixels. So what we're going to do is, using Sketch or any other software program that you're using, we're basically going to export this app icon as a PNG. And the reason why I'm choosing PNG is because it doesn't have any crazy images on it. It's just a simple icon with a bunch of colors, so it will export better. So I'm just going to choose export selected, and I'm just going to put this on my desktop and just call it app icon. You can call it whatever you want, it's not important. So once we do that, go back to our desktop, we now have our app icon here. The next thing that we need to do is we basically need to open up the website where we can actually export this as an app icon set. So the app icon website that I usually use is MakeAppIcon. And I've been using this for years. It's never let me down. It basically allows you to create app icons for both iOS and Android as well. So it's really useful, and it basically generates a set of icons for you that you just simply drop in, that we'll be doing in a minute. So what you need to do, next thing, is when you're on the website, you want to choose the file here. So choose file, select the file, choose for upload, and then this will process your app icon like it's doing now. So just give it a second. They also have an app here that you can buy for $10, which I think is pretty useful, because it's just always going to be on your Mac. You can easily just basically just generate app icons. So you basically get this guide where you can fill out your app name. So this is for the marketing stuff. For now, you can do this, it's optional. I'm just going to skip all this because I've already done this. So it's going to generate that now. So as you can see, when it finishes, it basically shows you what your app icon will look like on a device and on a watch app as well, if you're developing a watch OS app. And also as well, you can toggle to Android if you're an Android developer, and you can actually see what it'll look like on Android as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to download this. So what you need to do is, unless you want to basically get the iWatch app icons, then you can uncheck this. And if you want to subscribe to these guys' Muzli weekletter as well, you can leave this ticked. If not, you can untick it. Then what you need to do is enter your email address and then hit download. So I'll just put a dummy email address in here because I've already done this, but we just do tons.hello.co.uk. And then you want to hit download, and then you'll basically get this, where give these guys a shout out, man. You know, these guys are doing some good work, you know. So basically I would tweet them, just to give them a shout out, and just say, if you don't really care about them, you can click no thanks, I won't help. But because this isn't a real email, I'm just gonna click that, and then basically you'll basically be able to download it now. You should get an email. So now obviously, because that was a fake email address, I wasn't going to get the email to this, but what I have done is I've previously already downloaded this. So now if I just go into my downloads folder and I just go to app icon, you'll see an app icon zip. If you just double click that to unzip it, just click on this, you'll see a folder with all the possible icon sets. So you want to go to iOS, and then here we go, we've got all our icons here. All right, so the next thing that we basically need to do now is we need to actually put our app icon into the Xcode project. And like I said at the start of the video, this doesn't matter if you've got a UIKit or a SwiftUI project. The principle is literally the exact same. So the first thing that you probably might have realized is that basically you can't see any sort of icon here, and let's change that now. So in order to change the app icon for the project, what we need to do is we need to go into our project structure here by clicking the left column panel, and then we need to basically hit the assets folder. And then once we click on the assets folder, we basically want to select app icon. And as you can see, when you select app icon, you basically have a bunch of sizes for all the different places where the app icon is visible and seen. So you have it for when you get a push notification, in the settings on your phone's device, Spotlight when you type on the search, the iPhone app on the screen, iPad notifications, and so on and so forth. So it's pretty important that you spend time to use a proper site that generates app icons for you, or application. You don't have to use MakeAppIcon, but as long as you have all the sizes, you'll basically get the best looking app icon, and your app will look more professional as well. So what we want to do is to just basically make our lives easier to drop all the images in here. Let's just right click on show app icon, show in finder, sorry. So app icon and then show in finder. And then what we're basically going to do is we're just literally going to delete this folder and just basically replace it with what we already have. So in order to do that, we're just going to copy our app icon set here, paste it here, and then we're just going to basically say replace. And then now when we go back to Xcode, you'll see that we have all our app icons in place here. Now we do have one here that's unassigned, so that's an extra one that was generated just because it was so kind. It's like if Boss Man gave you an extra nugget in a box of chicken nuggets, but we don't need this nugget. So what we're going to do is just delete this. And then now we have our app icon in the app. So in order for us to see what this looks like, what we're going to do is we're just going to dismiss Xcode, and then we're going to run this on a simulator. So our app's launched now. So if you hit Command-Shift-H on your keyboard, or alternatively, if you press device and then home, that'll take you to the home screen. And then as you can see, we basically have our app here, Football Chants with our icon. And you'll also notice as well, in Xcode, it might take a while to update, but we actually can see our app icon here as well. So this is great. So we now have our app icon, and now look professional, and we're now ready to make a statement. All right. All right, cool. So as you can see, that was pretty straightforward on how to add an app icon. Hopefully you learned some tips and tricks as well. That's a tongue twister. To basically put an app icon into your app. And also as well, I love to see some of the apps that you guys have basically like made icons for as well. So feel free to tweet them to me so I can check them out. So that's everything in today's video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also as well, hit the bell as well so you can get notified whenever I release a new video as well. And that's everything. So I'll catch you guys in a bit. Deuces.